Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, one and all. Welcome back to the New Galaxy Gamers channel, and welcome back to A Farm from Scratch. I hope you're all doing well and having a safe, wonderful, and successful week this week. For those who are dealing with the recovery after the tornadoes that went through the central United States, uh, over the past couple of days. Just know that your fellow members of this community have you in their thoughts and their prayers, and we wish you all a speedy recovery. That being said, if you are new to the channel, welcome aboard. If you are a returning member, welcome back to you as well. As usual, all usual disclaimers are in the description of this wonderful video. Okay, so in the last episode, if you remember, we went ahead and we got water into the sheep pen. We've got the start of grass. We need to put more. I want to get more grass in here, though. I think. Yeah, I kind of want to get more grass in here. And if I, yeah, it's empty. Okay, so we can do that. So I want to get more grass in there. I also want to talk about a shed to put all the equipment in. And we will talk about that too, because that's going to cost some money, and I kind of want to figure out where I want to put it to, if you know what I mean. So we'll go ahead and we'll get our tractor started. We haven't decided on the name for our two tractors yet. I'm thinking Lucy and Ricky. I don't know. We'll see. I've been watching old TV shows again, if you haven't noticed. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and grab our coffee, our donuts, our bagels, our egg McMuffins, sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits, pancakes, waffles, whatever it might be from our favorite local mom and pop coffee shop, and let's get cracking. Okay, so let me go and grab I don't think I want to be crashing right into the pen there. Let's go ahead and grab the cutter. I like these tractors, but the problem is they turn too quick. We probably will upgrade them as soon as we can. Especially after that water fiasco with the water trailer last time. I haven't checked to see if I could actually put a weight on the front of the tractor or not. I probably could. Doesn't have the attachment. Alright, so no. I can't. Alright, so that's gonna be a problem. Alright, we know a road's gonna be here. We're gonna put a little road in here too to connect the sheep pen to the main road, to our main road. Alright, let's do this. We'll do this, and we got to connect our hayloft too. Okay, there we go. Now, what we don't have, what we don't need to fill up right away, and what we have, yeah, what I mean to say is what we have left over after we fill up the sheep pen, we can go and sell and make a little money off it. If I can actually talk straight today. But by cutting this grass, it'll actually give us a start, anyway. Maybe we'll end up putting the shed over here. I don't know. I mean, the shed doesn't really have to be anything too big, I guess. Really don't have all that much. We'll see. The other thing is, I don't want to have us struggling to bring money in either. And yes, we could do firewood and, you know, start that way. That would actually make us money. But I also want to be careful how we do it. That makes sense. So we are, well, we're cutting the lawn here. We are in the first full week of April. That's kind of exciting. It means springtime is here. We're getting a few last minute snow, snow events here, but that usually happens where I live. By next week, it'll really start warming up a bit, and we probably won't see any more snow. So, for this year anyway, for this winter season. I'll now be glad for some warmer weather myself. I was just telling somebody the other day that, you know, I could do with 60 degrees year round. They laughed and said, "Yeah." They told me, of course, they're older folks anyway. I was telling that to, and they said that, you know, they thought the same thing as they started getting older too. So must be something that happens as you get older. When you're a kid, you like the snow, but as you get older, I guess it gets dull. And so anyway, there is that. This tractor does not have good lighting on it. Let's see if we can back up and get it. So this morning I am it is morning time as I record this. Once I'm done recording today, I'll be getting to work. I got a lot of work to catch up on. I've been, even though you guys have been seeing videos coming out and everything, I have been under the weather, and not the type of cold that would affect my voice necessarily. Just, you know, one of those types of things where just felt tired. For no real reason. But I am feeling better, so I'll be getting back to work today. My doctor said that I'm okay to get back to it, so I am excited about that. Get around this rock, because I know we're going to have to do it anyway, so. Now, another thing I want to do too is, I know we got to put the shed in, but I do also want to put another field in too. for next planting season. That way we can start making more. I also had a thought about how I want to do things as far as grass. Because a lot of this is not going to grow back on its own. And I want to be able to mow it and have continuous grass growing. So we'll plow it up and replant the grass in areas too. So that way, like around this rock, we'll plow it up and then we'll plant it. Make it look a little better. But yet have grass growing too. Because it won't need to be fertilized all that much. And plus it will give us a constant supply of grass and hay. So there is that. So there is that anyway. What do y'all also know that the new Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out? I think that's coming out this month, later this month. Last time I had a Nintendo was a Nintendo 64. Wasn't a big fan of most of the games on that Nintendo had. I only liked Mario Brothers. But I mean, who didn't? Someone tells you they didn't like Mario Brothers, they're probably not telling you the truth. That's my opinion, though. I just know in my personal experience, I loved Mario Brothers when I was a kid, and you know, when I wasn't doing homework or something like that, I could sit there and happily play it. Without a worry in the world. There we go. Almost got this. So yeah, they're supposed to be releasing that. I think it's going to be released in later this month. I think it's, if I remember the date correctly, I think it's the 20th that they're supposed to be releasing that. They're releasing it with a new Mario Kart bundle, it sounds like, so. But we'll see. Around this rock. So there is that. And what else is happening in the... Oh yeah, I was talking with some friends who asked me how I thought the what seems to be the intent of a trade war, how I thought that would affect things, and the reality is I don't really know yet. Tariffs, you know, they're targeting the manufacturing side of things right now. And because most games, I think gaming will be okay for the most part, unless they start putting tariffs on services and games and things like that. But I think the unintended the unintended consequence will be people spending less on things that they'd like to be able to spend money on, because they have to spend money on things to get, survive. And so I think, a lot of times economists don't realize that, and politicians don't always realize that trade wars are not a good thing. Okay? They're just not. The reality is, the people who end up paying the tariffs are the people buying the goods, the product or service. Because companies just pass those on, So in the end, the consumer ends up paying for it. So it doesn't really work the way that politicians think it does. Alright. Put this here. We'll come over here. I'm not going to unhook a tractor when I already got it hooked up. Alright, we'll go ahead and pick up all this grass. Like I said, what we don't fill the sheep pen with, we will go ahead and sell it, and that'll give us a little bit of money from it. So, grass is one of those things you can sell. Not too much worry. You'll never run out of grass, really. You'd run out of trees if you're not careful, but you really can't run out of grass. Our goal will be to get this all picked up before we advance to the next day, because I don't want the rain eating up any of it on us. This thing turns a little too quick. Give you guys another view. But one thing about Farm Sim that's really nice is it's nice and peaceful. Not a game you have to really worry too much. You can just sit back and relax for the most part. You don't have to really worry too much. You can pretty much do things at your own pace. So a friend of mine asked me the other day too, is over the weekend, whether or not No Man's Sky will be coming to the channel. And quite honestly, I don't know. I'm not opposed to it, but I don't know if it will or not. I suppose we'll find out. We'll see. I won't say no. If you guys think that No Man's Sky would be a good addition to the channel, you can let me know in the comments, obviously. Once I get the channel website up, we'll put a poll up there for you guys to vote on what games you think might be worth me looking into. I am always happy to take suggestions from you guys for new games and new ideas. It's fun to hang out with you guys. And yes, we will get into live streaming, back to lives. I want to get back to doing that too. I know I keep saying it, and I've said a few times a couple of ideas that I want to do that I haven't really done yet. So we will get back to live streaming, and I will get back to working on my other idea too. Yeah, almost full. Alright, let's do this. Think. Oh, cool. That there. Alright. I almost got enough food. Alright. The sheep pen is almost taken care of. That's good. Okay. So we'll have the sheep pen almost filled. That'll be good. That always makes me happy. Last thing I want to do is run into a situation where we don't have enough sheep, grass for the sheep. That's the last thing I want to be doing. That would not be good. Okay. So the goal here now is to get us to a point where we can get around these rocks without a problem. I think I'm stuck. I think I'm stuck. I am. George. There we go. Part of it's because this tractor turns way too fast. Yeah, see how fast that tractor turns? Alright, I'm going to make an exception. I'm going to turn this off. Let me just run over here. I'm going to make an exception. Normally I wouldn't do this, but until 7, but I'm going to do it this way. Oh, and my little kitten says good morning to you all as well. She'd be upset if I didn't say hello for you. To you all for her. Little kitten is the name of my pet kitty cat. Lovely little kitten she is. Don't think I'm gonna get all that cut grass. That's okay. Anyway, okay. I'm not gonna risk continuing trying to get around that. I think we got it pretty much where we want it. I can decorate that enough. So yeah. So we want to make sure, so once I get this all done, we'll throw in work on the equipment shed. Excuse me. See if we can find one that doesn't cost us all kinds of money, but that can fit the equipment that we have. And the thing is, we can always upgrade later, so I'm not really overly worried about that necessarily. Yeah, we're getting there though. Now, if everything goes right, sheep pen will be filled up with this load, and we'll be able to get sheep. And then we can start selling some grass. We won't get too many sheep. We'll get like maybe 2 male and 2 female sheep. And that'll take care of that. We'll get them as babies that way. We'll get them as lambs that way. You know, we don't have to worry right away. And then we can start selling some grass. Kind of restore our treasury here. Some money back into the account. Farm. If I had a baler, I'd start making some silage bales, but we don't have a baler just yet. Alright, let's see what we get. Alright, I think that's probably because it is at its top level. I think we've topped it off. Let's make sure. Yep. Alright. Alright, let's take a look at sheds for equipment. And then we'll run that up, I guess. How much is this? Big garage. Well, that's actually not too bad. Overlaps. What's this saying? It overlaps. Ooh, 315 grand. Yikes. Where do I want to put this? Alright, let's see. Where do we want to put this? Because this garage would actually fit everything. Put it right here. It's overlapping. Oh, gotta put it right here. Yeah, let's put it right here. Okay. Alright, let's take this up. We got a garage now. We got $76,060. See how much. This won't make us much, but it it'll at least put some money back in the account. So now we got a garage to put all our equipment in, so we'll want to get that done. I think I will keep that mower, though. The mower that we've got. Maybe get that brush hogger, too. If we can afford it. Because I think that'd actually help us cut more at a quicker time. So now we can go ahead and buy sheep. When we're ready. Alright, let's see if we can... Let's see how much you make. Okay, so we made about $825. That load. A full cart would give us more. But that is okay. I will take that. Let's do one thing real quick. Go. That way we don't hear the chime. There. That way I don't hear the chime in my ear and scare the living daylights out of myself. I always have a timer clock going so that I know, so I can keep our episodes short and sweet for you guys. So we made we spent about 316 grand on a garage for our equipment, but I think it's worth it. And we made about $825 of that back, so it's worth it. It's worth it because we need a place to store the equipment anyway, so I think it's good. Let's go inspect our garage. Let's see if I can remember where the door is on this. Oh, it's right here. Oh, that's a lovely garage, guys. All right. I think there was another door on this side. No, okay. You know, there are lights on? I don't think there are lights. Well, it looks like there might be. I was going to say, are there lights on this thing that I'm not seeing? Oh, okay. That's what those switches do. So then there is no light for the actual switch for the actual light. Okay, that's alright. Alright, so we've got our garage in place. You just need to put everything in and get everything over here and organized proper. And we need to build the road to here. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll do that in the next episode. Got everything ready for the sheep. We got some whatchamacallit there too. Got everything for the sheep. They got their food and the water in there, so we'll be able to buy those. Buy a couple of lambs and get that process started. And we'll get so I think we'll do that in the next episode. We'll buy a couple of lambs if we can. And we'll get that garage sorted out more with roads going to it and get the equipment in there and sorted so that way we've got everything a little bit more organized, and we'll go from there. And we'll probably talk about firewood because we are going to need firewood for the winter anyway, so we'll probably talk about that. And firewood can actually make us some money, so that is something we'll talk about too. So I think we got our plans for the next episode. We got a lot done today. Like I said, we bought the garage, which cost us 316,000 simoleons, we'll call them. And we made about 825 simoleons back. So we got a ways to go before we actually pay off that garage, really. But we'll get there. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please hit the like and the subscribe button. Smash that bell notification icon to let yourself know when the next video comes out. And be sure to share the link to the channel with your family, your friends, your colleagues, your co-workers, your pet kitty cat, pet puppy dog, pet parakeet, pet bunny rabbit, pet boa constrictor. Although if you're going to have a pet snake, well, I don't know why you'd want one, but I think you're going to have to live in New Zealand to get one of them these days. That being said, I'd prefer a pet kitty cat any day. That being said, though, by sharing the link to the channel with others, it does help our wonderful community grow, and it helps the channel grow as well, and it helps us get more exposure. That being said, I hope you all have a safe, successful, and wonderful rest of your week. And I'll see you in the next episode of A Farm from Scratch, right here on the New Galaxy Gamers channel. Happy gaming!